In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to apply for a working holiday visa to Australia, subclass 417. What are the types of working holiday visa? Let me quickly show you guys the three types of working holiday visa to Australia. As you can see on my screen, we have the subclass 417 working holiday visa. We have the first working holiday visa, the second working holiday visa, and the third working holiday visa. As we progress in this video, I'm going to be telling or kind of explaining to you guys the difference between the three. In summary, it's more like if you've been to Australia with the first working holiday visa, then the second time you are definitely going to be applying for the second holiday visa. But for this particular demo video, we are going to be applying for the first working holiday visa. Basic eligibility for first working holiday visa. The applicant must be 18 to 30 years old or to 35 years old for some countries. The applicant must have a passport from an eligible country or jurisdiction. The applicant must not be accompanied by dependent children. The applicant must apply online from outside Australia, and the applicant must not have previously entered Australia with a subclass 417 or 462 visa. Who is this visa for? This visa is for young adults from eligible countries and eligible age who want an extended holiday in Australia and the ability to work to fund it. The key points to remember are these. The visa duration is for 12 months and the visa cost is Australian dollar 510. What can you do with this visa? So these are a few examples of what you can do with this visa. You can do short-term work in Australia to help pay for your holiday. You can study for up to 4 months. You can travel to and from Australia as many times as you want. And you can do 3 months of specific work to become eligible for a second working holiday visa. Who can apply for this visa? For this particular page, I would advise anybody watching this video to kind of pause it and see if your country falls in here. As you can see, we have Belgium, Canada, Republic of Cyprus, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Hong Kong, Republic of Ireland, Italy, Japan, Republic of Korea, Malta, Netherlands, Norway, Sweden, Taiwan, and the United Kingdom. An eligible age limit for the countries that I mentioned previously. So now here you can pause and see the age limit for the countries. If you are from Canada, for example, and you are of the age from 18 to 35, that means you can apply. And if you're from Belgium, your age is within 18 to 30, you can apply. Anything below 18 and anything above 30 for Belgium, you cannot apply. And anything below 18 and anything above 35 for Canadians, they cannot apply as well. Now that we have all this basic information for this application, let's quickly jump in so I can show you guys how to start this application process. So for this link, I will leave the link for this working holiday visa in the description area of this video for anybody who wants to apply. You are going to go to immi.homeaffairs.gov.au, but this is the exact link that takes you to the working holiday visa, which you will find in the description area of this video. So as you can see, we have the first working holiday visa, the second working holiday visa, and the third working holiday visa. The stay it's actually 12 months for all of them, and the cost is 510 Australian dollars. So because I'm trying to show you guys the first working holiday visa application process, all you have to do is you scroll the way down and go to details, click on that. And once you click on details, it takes a couple seconds, then it opens up, then it shows you an overview, everything you need to know, which are kind of the exact things I mentioned in the PowerPoint presentation, what you can do with this visa, the things you must know. So I'm going to quickly go in and start this application, but if you are doing this yourself. You can take time. They're just simple information. You can take time to read more about it. Also read about the visa, how to stay longer, how long you can stay, the eligibility, step-by-step process, and when you can have this visa, right? So these are basic things you can do for yourself if you want to apply for this visa, but I'm going to show you guys how to start the application process. So now that we have the basic information that we need and the eligible countries and the eligible age, we are going to hit on the button apply. Once that opens up, if this is your first time applying to the Australian immigration, excuse me, to the Australian immigration website, what you have to do is you create an IMMI account. But if you already have an account, all you have to do is what? You are going to log in. Put in your username and your password and you log in. So I'm going to log in and then we'll start this application process. So the first question is they're going to ask you to verify that you have read the terms and conditions. And if you have, you just check and save. It is advisable to save your work as you go along. For this demo application, I used Taiwan, which is one of the countries eligible to apply for a working holiday visa to Australia. So here you're going to put your current location. Remember, you must apply from outside Australia. So you put in your current location: Canada, Taiwan, Belgium, Japan, UK, depending on where you are applying from. And then you are going to indicate your legal status in your country. As you can see here, I put citizen. Then current application. Will the applicant be accompanied by dependent children at any time during their stay in Australia on this visa? Definitely it's going to be no, because part of the application process, as I stated at the beginning of this video, is that you do not have to come with dependent children. Has the applicant ever been granted or entered Australia on a work or holiday visa subclass 462 before? No. If you have, then you shouldn't be applying for the first, as you can see here, for the first working holiday visa. If you have been granted one before, then you should be going to the second working holiday visa. And if you have been there twice already with a working holiday visa, then you should be going to the third. That is more like a step-by-step process, right? So was the last working holiday visa held by the applicant a COVID-19 affected visa? No, because this is our first application. Select the type of working holiday visa the applicant is applying for. So we're going to choose first working holiday visa subclass 417. Has the applicant been granted and entered Australia on the first working holiday visa before? The answer is no. If you choose yes, then you shouldn't be applying for this. Like I said, you should be applying for the second working holiday visa. Now that we have this information, we're just going to put in a proposed arrival date. It's not super important, just something within your time horizon. If you know you're planning to go in a couple months, then it's good to put an approximation date. Remember to save your work, save, and then you go to the next page. Once we get to the next page, now we are going to put our passport details. Here you're going to put your family name, your given name, your gender, the date when you were born, your passport number, your country of passport, your nationality of passport holder, date it was issued, and expiry date. And then place of issue or issuing authority. As you can see here, it says it is strongly recommended that the passport be valid for at least 6 months. Now that we have that, it says national identity card. If you have one, simply indicate yes. If you don't have any, indicate no and give reasons. Give the reason the applicant cannot provide details of a national identity card, right? So if you are from a country with a national identity card, simply put yes here and move on. If you don't have any, say no and give reasons why you don't have any. Then you're going to provide place where you were born, the state, the country, and then relationship status, if you're never married, and things like that. Other names. Here you have the ability to give other names if you have any. As you can see here, I just simply said no. Citizenship. Is the applicant a citizen of the selected country of passport? I indicated yes. Is the applicant a citizen of any other country? No. If you have dual citizenship, then this is a perfect place to put in that information yes here and provide the details. Other passport or documents for travel. Does the applicant have any other passport or documents for travel? For this demo application, I said no. Other identity documents. Does the applicant have other identity documents? I also said no here. Health examination. Has the applicant undertaken a health examination for an Australian visa in the last 12 months? I said no. And then all again you have to do is what? You save your work. And next, remember, for all of these questions, if you have undertaken a health examination, for example, you're going to say yes, right? So like I said again, this is like a demo application process. All you have to do is follow through and see how this application is created and follow accordingly, and create your own application. So we're going to go to the next page. On the next page, it's critical data information. So it's just pulling out everything just for you to verify that the information you provided for your name, your gender, date when you were born, your country, passport number, your country of passport is correct. It says, is the above information correct? Simply say yes or no. If no, just review, correct the necessary documents or information rather, and save your work and go to the next page. Now, once we go to the next page, here we are going to provide our contact details. You provide your country of residence, department office. It says the applicant may be required to attend an Australian government office for an interview, which is the closest office in the applicant's current location. So you're going to choose something closer to you. There is a drop-down menu depending on your country, and then you can choose that. Then you're going to provide your residential address in your country. You do that for the address, the town, state, or province, your postal code as well. And then you provide your contact telephone number, and then the email that they are going to reach you through. Then you save your work again and go to the next page. On the next page, it's more like authorized recipient. Does the applicant authorize another person to receive written correspondence on their behalf? If yes, say yes, a registered migration agent. If you're using an agent, then you're going to put that information, or a legal practitioner or another person. For this demo, I simply said no because I'm doing this application myself, right? Then you are going to provide your email address. It says electronic communication. They prefer to communicate with you electronically, right? So now that we have all this good information here, we're going to do what again? Save our work and go to the next page. This application is like straight to the point once you understand it. Now here you're going to provide your occupation and education. So occupation, I just simply put this, like I said, there's a demo application. I put handy person. Does the applicant intend to work during their time in Australia? I indicated yes based on me trying to do this application because I want to get the second working holiday visa and things like that. Then industry type, I just put construction. There are so many options here. There is education, electricity, gas. But if your goal is to get the second working holiday visa and the third, let me quickly show you guys something here. It says, do 3 months of specific work to become eligible for a second working holiday visa. So let's find out what this specific work is all about. So if we click on specific work, it's going to bring us to this page here where it says approved industries and areas for specific work. So if you click on that, it shows you tourism and hospitality, plant and animal cultivation, fishing, tree farming, mining, construction. So you see why I chose construction. I only chose construction in regional Australia just for this application, right? So this is also something I'm going to put in the description area of this application process, which is the specific work. If your goal is to get a second working holiday visa, sorry, to Australia and a third one, then that means you should be able to meet sorry, that means you should be able to meet that 3 months criteria indicated here. It says do 3 months of specific work to become eligible, right? So now that we have that one out of the way, we're going to go to qualification, and I have graduate diploma, save, and next. Remember, this is just demo application. You're going to use what works for you. Now, I think that's basically all you need in this application. Now we are on to the health declaration. For this one, I'm not going to waste time to read everything here for you guys. So basically, it's just asking you in the last 5 years, has the applicant visited or lived outside the country? So I will recommend, it's a lot, I will recommend you take the time to read this place. It says, does the applicant intend to enter a hospital or a healthcare facility while in Australia? The answer is no, basically, because our goal is to go there and work. When you start answering all these questions, it's going to put you in a position where you're providing a lot more documentation, right? So you provide the needed answer here, no, up until the end. But again, like I said, make sure you read to understand what you're answering no or yes to. Save your work and then go to the next page. The questions continue. So character declaration, again, has the applicant ever been charged with any offenses? That's all like just to make sure that you don't have any criminal record and things like that. So again, take the time to go through all of this information. Once you've answered a yes or no, as you can see, for me, for this demo application, I pretty much answered no in all of them. Save your work again and go to the next page. Then it says here, giving false or misleading information is a serious offense. So you're just declaring that all the answers you provided is correct, right? So now you're going to answer again, save your work, and go to the next page. So once you go to the next page, now we are going to do the final declaration. Like I said, it's a lot of yes or no, answering to questions, and you do the same thing. You're going to declare that everything you read and understood, the information and the documents you provided is not fraudulent, and every other thing they're requesting here. Again, you save your work. Once you've done that, I've taken time to answer all this good information. Save your work again and go to the next page. And then once we get to the final page, it's kind of a summary of everything we've done in our application. So this gives you the time to look through your work to make sure that everything you plan to put in your application is correct. So this is like a review. So you're going to take the time to review everything. And once you've reviewed the application context area, the current application, details of your passport, national identity, everything up until the end. If everything looks good, then you're going to do what? You're going to save your work and do what? Go to the next page. Now, on to the next page. Here, all I'm going to be doing right now is I am going to provide my travel documents. I've already attached these 2 documents, but I want to show you guys what it looks like. So here, you're going to provide your travel document, which is your passport, right? Once you provide that, the other information that they are requesting is evidence of funds for stay in Australia and departure. So if you click on that, I've already attached bank statement as well, right? So if you are not sure what they're looking for, this question mark here, if you click on it, it opens up on a new page and tells you exactly what they're looking for. It says provide evidence of your travel document. This may include a certified copy of your personal particulars / photo, bio, beta page, right? So this gives you exactly what they're looking for. And then for the evidence of funds for stay in Australia and departure, if we click on that too, it's also the same thing. Provide evidence that you have sufficient funds for personal support during your stay in Australia. Approximately, they're looking for approximately 5,000 Australian dollars, and evidence that you have sufficient funds to purchase a return or onward ticket for a fare to depart Australia at the conclusion of your stay, right? So like I said, this gives you a clue of what to provide. Once you've provided all this information and you've uploaded the needed documents, we are simply going to go to the next page, and then it's telling us that your application is now ready to submit. You can submit it now and return to your account. So let's just hit on submit and make our payment. So once we go to submit, now it's requesting that we make payment. So here you're going to choose your option. We have debit and we have PayPal, right? So depending on PayPal subcharge fee is $15. So if you're using a debit, then you're just going to put your information, your address, card holder address, card details, and you submit. This is kind of a simple step-by-step process on how to apply for a first working holiday visa to Australia. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. If you have questions, please leave it in the description area of this video. Thank you guys, and bye for now.